Welcome back to Marketing for Your Future. I am your host, David Benfield. On the show, we talk to digital marketing experts and try to help make you a better marketer yourself. So joining me all the way from New Jersey is David Stellato with DFO Global. David, how are you doing today?
Doing all right. Thanks for having me, David.
It is our pleasure, sir. So let's get right into it and tell me a little bit about your company, DFO Global.
Sure. DFO Global is a 8-year-old performance marketing agency. So we assist our clients with building out performance-based marketing solutions to sell direct to consumer online. We work with everyone from small mom and pop businesses to larger household brands like a Colgate, Four Sigmatic Coffee, etc. But really what our focus and kind of separates us from most marketing firms is we're performance focused. So a lot of what we do is on a cost per acquisition basis. So we'll take on the risks in the media buys.
Wow, that's kind of interesting. That sounds a little bit different than a lot of folks do. Why did you decide to do that? Why did you guys decide to just go ahead and take on that those media buys instead of having the customer pay for those?
Sure. So, I mean, the customers do ultimately pay a fee, but it's only when sales are achieved. And so we've developed a formula and a method of building out direct-to-consumer websites. And so essentially it doesn't work for all product offerings, but for the products that work well for this model, it's kind of a nice methodology to help sell and scale, especially those with patented proprietary inventions or lightweight, everyday use items. But we also internally, in addition to being a performance marketing agency, have our own internal brands and operated offers. So we've kind of done all the different nooks and crannies and nuts and bolts to be able to do this model ourselves, so we can help others with building it out the right way and learn from the mistakes that we've learned along the way.
I was just going to ask you, is the reason why you guys decided to do that is because you want to minimize mistakes, or like why did you guys decide to differentiate yourself from other companies by offering that?
Well, I mean, most traditional AORs or agencies, it's a media budget plus agency fee, right? There's a big barrier to entry. And so there's a lot of really great opportunities, especially for smaller entrepreneurs that may have a great patented idea, but may be bootstrapping the business. And this model, it works. I mean, we'll model everything out before we even sign up and set contracts with folks. So it will basically pay for itself as it scales up, and then we can help these clients fill in the blanks in their strategy as they're scaling. And it's a nice methodology when you're going up against some of the traditional guys who are like, hey, you need to pay me 50 to 100K in media spend plus might be on top of that. So it's a good way to drive some sales for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty great. So as it's marketing for your future, let's talk about the future. How do you see marketing changing over the next few years?
It's a good question. I think you're going to see a lot of different new avenues come about. I think the things that are going to be changing over time, and that we're already seeing a lot of, is around privacy. With the changes with Facebook ad policy and the way that people can be targeted, new platforms rolling out such as TikTok, other platforms like Pinterest getting better with their online advertising methodologies. You're going to see different people being approached and being categorized and even targeted with different types of ads and ad content. I think we're going to see a lot more traditional ad placements in video content, almost in some Netflix and other streaming type services. And I think artificial intelligence is also going to be a big proponent in how people are getting served what they're served and how the actual algorithms can learn from people's user behavior.
Sounds like things will be more targeted instead of broad-based advertising. It seems like things are going to be much more attuned to you as the individual.
Agreed.
So let's do a little educational moment here. What if you had one piece of advice to give to young marketers? What would that advice be? What's something that they really need to hone in on in order to maintain success?
It's a good question. I think it depends on the type of marketer and what they're focusing on, the types of services, offerings, all that, right? I mean, that's everything, right? There's no good idea, no bad idea. I mean, obviously there's certain things that need to be ruled out, but sometimes the things that you think are going to be the easy wins don't, and some of the things that you would think would be impossible actually back out and turn into some of the better methodologies. I would also say explore other strategies. And one thing I think I've learned the most from just education is what's old is new. Do your homework, research what people have done historically. It's interesting when even looking back through some old, magazines from the 50s and seeing how people advertise certain products and how there's new variants of those products being rolled out every day, and what they worked for it back then and new flavors of it actually working the same way now.
Nice. Well, David, thank you so very much for your time. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have today. We really appreciate you spending your for where you're at, your morning with us. Oh no, you're on the same time frame. I've been talking with people that are in California all morning. You're on the East Coast too, so I appreciate you spending your afternoon with us.
Likewise, David. Thank you for your time. Appreciate you having me.
All right, man. Thanks. Have a good day. All right, so if you'd like to learn more about what is his deal? DFO Global. It got hidden by the camera there, guys. Sorry. Head to dailyadbrief.com. That's going to do it for our show today on Marketing for Your Future. I am your host, David Benfield, and we will see you next time.